BTC Charlie with his linguini charting. He loses sometimes, but hardly. He's BTC Charlie. But now he's GBP Charlie. It doesn't matter what he's charting. His trading is tough, but it's not all that bad with Charlie. He's got memes in the morning and more in the evening. It's Charlie. And when trading gets hard and support starts to lean, search Charlie. Charlie with his linguini charting. He loses sometimes, but hardly. He's BTC Charlie. But now he's GBP Charlie. It doesn't matter what he's charting. His trading is tough, but it's not all that bad with Charlie. He's got memes in the morning and more in the evening. It's Charlie. And when trading gets hard and support starts to lean, search Charlie.
Right, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. What is going on? What the fuck is going on in this market, boys and girls? What's up, brother? CoSD2. Hello, Maruche. That was meant to be for our private chat. Gun-ho to you. Hello, my friend. Bias Frog? I nearly said Biz Frog. Played too much WoW. MEL Long Mountain, hello. Richard Hurst, hello. Sashi XBT, hello. Miss Medjasier. God, I'm butchering some names tonight. Aze, hello. GTE 539Z. I mean, I can't say that. AK, yeah, that's what you're getting. Hello, mate. Right, what's going on, everybody? Are we winning? Long Email Mountain? Email Long Mountain. Oh, yeah. That makes more sense when you say it like that. We're back, we're so back. Bull market's back. Up only, immaculate vibes. Donny XPT, hello my friend. Long time no see. Trader Frank, hello. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Are we all super bullish, bearish? What are we thinking? Is the spaghetti chart available to plebs or is it proprietary? It's part of the Paragon suite at the moment. But yeah, perma bull since 2023. Nice. I like that. How's voice to music ratio, by the way? Shall I turn the music down a little bit, up a little bit? I don't know. Is there music? Might be a response. It seems to fucking change every time I do it. Spot on. Excellent. So there's a bit of... My voice is sexy. Yeah, tell my wife that. Have hidden bear memes folder for a while. Nice. I like that. Alright. Where do we start? I'm a little bit off kilter because as I was marking up some charts, I saw the news pop up about RRB and decided to dump my bags. Goodbye my lover, goodbye my friend. So we can start with that if you want. Short since 3110, it's taking its time. Test, hello Iyutashi. How much did I get from Twitter? You mean X? Ooh. Enough to make it worth it. No, not enough to make it worth it, I'm afraid. I just shitpost, mate. If I actually wanted to produce some content properly, I'd probably go back to the days of doing tweet threads and stuff like that. Yes, please, RRB, draw that parabola. Well, yeah, the thread or maximum engagement. Pump before I should dump it. Yeah, I haven't actually looked at session returns or returns by session, most notably because most sessions have been fucking boring. The time will come in the bull market, it will be easy with new CT tourists. To be honest, I don't put any effort into Twitter. Like, Twitter is just a streaming diarrhea of my hot, fresh out of my mouth or brain turds that I kind of conjure up. And sometimes they bang, and sometimes they do not. I don't really put any effort or thought process into tweeting anymore. I used to. If you go through and search for threads by me back in 2018-19, I used to put a lot of effort into Twitter. I even did an exercise with Twitter around kind of planning and patience, and I basically got 5, maybe 10 people to kind of give me coins they were looking at trading, and I planned trades around those and took them all, and made the point of, if you got in at a point in time and you just went, right, well, I want to long this because I think gaming is good or whatever it might be, you're a fucking idiot. Whereas if you actually set up some plans, set alerts, take trades at levels with signals and all that kind of stuff, you know, with that actual thought out process, sometimes there was no trigger, no trade, and other times there was, you know, a reasonable trigger and a reason to get on board that trade, and sometimes there was exactly that, but it resulted in a loss. But overall, I think that process was up quite a bit. But, you know, those kind of things take time, they take effort. These days, obviously, you get some dollarinos to compensate you. But, to be honest, I just like shitposting too much. It's just too easy. Especially when there's so much that happens in crypto, right? You go away for like a week. Like, when was it? Last week, week before? Like, I was away for most of it. And there was just so much that happened. It's just this constant fucking drama. Like, you know, and what's the best way to convey that? Memes. Sexiest voice on CT? Wow. I kind of have to clear my throat because I feel a bit of pressure. Thanks, a man, B&B. And hey, Grant Stevenson, my friend. How are you? I'm stood up on my walker right now. I'm on my treadmill on my desk. Just for you. I'm not ready, I'm sat on my fat ass. Not gonna lie. Right. Let's jump into some charts and stuff, shall we? One of the reasons I sold my RLB here, I'll just start with it because I literally just dumped it into the fucking eyes, was that we've basically had, you know, I got in, I don't even know what my average entry is off the top of my head, but I got in sort of May-ish time, and obviously we had this parabolic run. I sold a fair bit up here. I also sold some at 0.5, I think it was. But either way, I didn't have too much left to sell, but like I'm up absolute multiples on this, which, you know, wonderful. I hope it carries on. I hope it goes to like, you know, $1 billion market cap, which actually isn't far off, I don't think. It's very, very close to it. Let me load this up as well. It's probably going to take a second. But principally, I mean, they're burning like over a year based off yesterday's numbers. I think it works out to be about like 10% of the supply or something over a year. So it's not exactly a bad proposition in terms of token burn and all that kind of jazz. But, you know, really for me, like, have I missed out on or am I going to miss out on generational wealth? Sincerely doubt it. And also, like, it just, that you have to realise your gains at some point. And for me, like, I think I only had 25% of my bag left, and that's fine. You know, essentially taking it from level to level. It didn't have any top-ups down here, which is a little bit of a regret on my part, because I tweeted about it the other day. It's like pure baby pips TA, right? And that is literally a 2x, like well over 2x. Obviously I'm doing it to the high, but even there, it's pretty reasonable. I don't think there's much of a leg left in it. I think everyone knows Rollbit. I think the drama's been there for some time. I think great tokenomics revamp is good, but I'm kind of willing to take the bet that either I've cashed out at a very reasonable point, you know, might just carry on and whatever, but I'll probably get chances to trade this if I really want to get on board and actually just treat it as a sort of trading bag rather than a, yeah, I'll just buy it and see what happens and wait to check the timeline one day and, you know, or this parabolic move, which we got before, you know, it was everywhere, absolute talk of the town, lost the parabola, alright, fine, I'm out. Like, really simple stuff, nothing majorly complex. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process on RLB. But it's always nice when someone responds and says, oh, you're at the start of the RLB bull run and all that kind of wonderful stuff. I mean, FDV doesn't really mean shit in crypto, right? It's really not that great. You've had meme coins or Dentacoin at like 50 billion fully diluted value, so you know, different conditions, full bull market conditions, you know, fully risk on, like 20-30% rotations in a day easily. But yeah, I think that's probably systemic of my personal risk appetite at the moment. Hello, Azai. So yeah, we start with Rollbit. Obviously, I'm not partnered with them or anything like that, so no endorsements now, no bags. So yeah, that was a nice little trade, but I am a little more unprepared than I would have liked, unfortunately. So where's everyone with BTC? Fully bullish now, is that it? We are back, baby. Straight to infinity. We're so back. Bear. Bitcoin looks interesting. Bias Frog dropping the emoji. Thumbs up. Cheers, mate. 100k by Friday. Just shorted. Still in the range, nothing new. 100k, wow. So there's some slightly higher at least. There's some different views. That's like genuinely, I quite like to see that. I don't like to see when everyone's in pure like agreement of this is what's going to happen with the market, because I just think that that's like, you know, everyone's completely bullish, and usually you marry bias up against the chart, right? But you're prepared for either direction. Nothing to get horny about yet. I like that. I love EXO, he's a legend. Don't remember who bet 100k by halvening. Yeah, he's fucked. But you never know. Yeah, true. I mean, the halvening's a while away, right? So maybe. Who knows? I mean, if I delete all this, I mean, at the start of the week, I was, you know, just looking at it as basic standard range play. I didn't really want to take a position on BTC, largely because I just get bored trading BTC these days. I'm absolute blasphemy to the name BTC Charlie. Absolute blasphemy. And, you know, is this massively exciting? Let's just delete all this shit. Like, I don't know, without looking under the surface at any of it, you know, another deviation? Maybe. Not much has really changed for me. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying playing rotations, but let's have a peep at... Let's have a look at the other spaghetti actually, because it's I thought I loaded it up, but evidently I did not. Yeah, there's a few outliers here. So I think we talked about SHIB last time. In fact, I know we did talk about SHIB, because this was the trade that we went through, the old Shibarium, and I clearly would have round-tripped it and done whatever, but this was the thought process. If you just got those higher lows, you've essentially got, you know, demand consistently. And in bull markets, those, not that this is a full-on bull market or anything like that, but you consistently buy those kind of breakouts. We have one on OP as well, which I think I tweeted about, maybe, which now looks like that's a dog shit. But yeah, usually that kind of, you know, not vertical accumulation, because it's not, like, vertical accumulation would imply that, you know, it's quite in line with your kind of diagonal, whereas this is obviously quite sort of bouncy, if that makes sense. God, that's bad terminology, isn't it? Christ almighty. I was an accountant, right? I don't really deal with numbers. Oh, sorry, with words. I sort of do numbers better. But yeah, like that's not looking particularly great now, although I am still in it. You know, the whole Shibarium launch is obviously what sent it, was in the charts. You get that classic argument of TA memers versus news traders versus narrative traders and all that kind of bollocks. Well, we literally went over the thought process last week, so if you want to go over that, go over it. But yeah, by all means, that was a nice trade. You then had, actually at the start of the week, I was looking at longing it up here, but I never, oh no, I did long it here actually, and I got stopped out on this move here. Like literally that is the trade I took and failed at. So, you know, when people say like, oh, you know, I'm now long from down here, it's like, well, you probably got a couple of stops along the way, and yeah, I got stopped out there, like literally there. I haven't got the what's it called? The long short tool, but you can take my word for it's a loss. I'm not going to laugh about a loss. If anything, I'd laugh about the wins, not losses. But yeah, that's like Ship had a nice rotation today. To be honest with you, I wasn't expecting too much today. Did any of you play YGG yesterday? YGG was absolutely bananas. Absolutely bananas. Hey BTC, just go round trips with it, trying to find odds. Yeah, like that's kind of me. Like when I trade BTC, it's very rare that I get a sizable win and capture a huge chunk of the move, and that's largely because if you look at BTC, like we actually haven't had like that many huge moves. I mean, obviously this is going to just blast to infinity now just to prove me wrong and be like, oh, fuck you, Charlie. But really, you know, when you look at the moves, like when you look at the periods of time that Bitcoin's actually been moving for, like in a like non-OCD way. So, you know, I don't really trade for days at a time in terms of like my average holding time. And oh yeah, it's actually going for it, isn't it? Trades. Yeah, this could be like an initiation move like down here. Absolutely. Like this is what we get, right? We get a strong move up. This is a bit of a different one in the sense of we kind of got that, but that was obviously a break of essentially range lows after all of this kind of consolidation, deviation, strong move, reclaim, and off we go. And for me, like that is just not worth trying to capture versus some of the returns that you can get on alts in the interim. Yeah, it's fucking going for it though. I know you can get a lot better liquidity on BTC, so do not get me wrong in that respect. But I only trade with $1, so it doesn't really matter to me. Too much McDonald's. Chair creaking. Jesus Christ, that chair, is it really that bad? The one armchair, yeah, this is like a gamer chair thing. It's old. Too much KFC, not enough WD-40. The one armchair. No, the one armchair is gone. Down the tip. My wife took it down the tip, not even joking. I don't go out the house, you can't wheel me out of this room. Too fat. No, I'm joking. I'm actually really lean. I'm genuinely not particularly fat, but there you go. So yeah, BTC, and I'm not super excited about BTC, like don't get me wrong, I'll take rotations every day of the week. And YGG yesterday, like back to it, like this is really good from BTC, like really good. let's kind of see where I'm starting to change my bias a little bit. I mean, for me, it's literally, yeah, this reclaim of this like previous range. Like, there you go, you know, sport, 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 rejection, rejection, like strong rejection, and this, you know, this could be the start of a nice little uptrend. And I expect if it moves, it's going to move quite fast. But yeah, I would much rather play alts. We'll talk about what alts in a second. But yeah, I do want to talk about YGG, because did anyone actually trade this yesterday? Did anyone catch any of this move, up or down? Not particularly fat. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was like 10 stone when I met my wife, so... I never caught nothing. My man wears protection. But yeah, yesterday was immense for YGG. Absolutely immense. I caught a couple of nice trades, and then I round trip one and took a loss on it. Wasn't the best execution on my part, but I've been doing the World Series of Trading and currently carrying the squad. You were 10 stone once upon a time? Yeah, man. I mean, it feels like a lifetime ago now. I think I'm like 12, 6, 12, 7, something like that. But yeah. Not exactly heavy. But yeah, the YGG pump was just absolutely insane, and you could see it on the Orion scanner. The number of ticks that it was trading was just absolutely nuts, and like, yeah, in each one of these candles, even down here in this move, you know, I longed down here somewhere, and sort of sold up here, and the amount of trades that were going on just in each like 1 minute candle, absolutely phenomenal. Really, really fun to scalp. Like, even down here, do you know what I mean? But yeah, you kind of get this as well after big, strong moves. You get a massive sell-off, and then you just get absolute chop for ages, until kind of everyone forgets about it and either does this, or it just starts going again. And everyone thinks, well, it's going to have another run, and it kind of doesn't. I mean, the difference here is, you know, lots of shorts were piled in on it because it was just a shitcoin that's been basically down only forever. So as soon as it starts moving, it just rips through it like a hot knife through butter. Yeah, if any of you are in my World Series of Trading thing, can you get a bit better, please? Because you need to bump the team numbers up. Binance changed max funding again yesterday. Yeah, they did. And that's it. It's just wild. You know, everyone had to react to this purely because, you know, it was kind of like, oh shit, what's going on? The order size was a bit of a pain in the ass, but once you get over that and multiple executions, it's kind of fine. But yeah, the beta of it just died off. I mean, look at it here. Like, you got Bitcoin, ETH, S&P, NAS, even Pepe. Now you've just got YGG doing fuck all. Like, look at it all. It's literally, they're pretty much all the same chart apart from this. So rotations are really fast. You know, this hasn't kept any form of strength, and really, yeah, just not particularly great. So where are we going? Am I now underwater on my cells? Regretting it, crying myself to sleep for the next few months? Yeah, probably. Oh no. Oh no. I'm never gonna cope. I'm never gonna make a profitable trade again. So SHIB, we kind of talked about SHIB last week. We talked about like just how it's been reasonable in terms of market structure, how it's been kind of better than Doge. I talked about Doge and the parabola and how, you know, for me that's like, once it's broken, that's it. That's it for me and Doge. Like, we're no longer friends. And that's purely because of how I look at like this kind of momentum, especially on things like altcoins, right? I want to see it fucking run. I don't want to see it a slow grind of market structure, because that's not really the meme coin momentum that I want to be trading. That said, on a lower time frame intraday scalp basis, well, intraday slash scalp, if you're scalping, you're very sort of in and out within a couple of minutes. If you are like intraday and you are looking for something like this, where actually you get consolidation, after a downtrend, and you look to take a long in here, and then see how long it's kind of going to take to get back to some form of just EMA or reversion or anything. Sure, I mean, it doesn't matter what. EMA cross, MACD crossover, however you like to trade these kind of things. It's kind of different to me. What about Pepe? Looks good for a long. Trading OP. So let's start with OP, because Frat won asked first. So as you guys probably know, and I've probably said on this stream before, that for me, like, ETH is just not worth trading. And now I've gone to it, it's obviously going to look incredible. But what's been happening before, and this is where I need the whole trading view thing just to delete my brushwork, my amateur brushwork, is typically ETH hasn't done that much and has, again, these kind of odd big moves, whereas stuff like OP, this, like, if you just delete all that, what trend is this? It's not. It's a range, and it's just literally like, that-ish. Not particularly sexy or clean. Could probably draw a little bit better, to be honest. I'm just rushing it to illustrate the point. This is a ranging market, right? Ranging. Whereas a lot of alts, or particularly like OP, are a trending market. And I would rather be longing a trending market than a ranging one. Really simple. Really simple. Nothing complex. So for me, OP, which looks like it's probably going to be stopped out, and or LDO were kind of my proxies for that. Now you can see an alert up here that I've got around $2, which is my high level thought process around LDO. So LDO looks okay in terms of this kind of rounded bottom, but what we're not seeing is any form of strength. And so I don't want to be the one trying to catch this and be like, right, I've caught this, what a god tier trader, lovely. I would much rather catch this and try and play that to some form of high, right? And the rationale is simple, because the chance of it doing this from here is lower than the chance of this doing that from there. Simple. So for me, I'm not looking to play ETH. I'm quite happy to play proxies of ETH and anything that would benefit from any form of ETH strength. So then we kind of move away from ETH and we move to the doggy coins. Now obviously Doge has not been particularly strong and sort of gave up on that at breaker parabola, but SHIB doing pretty well, and Pepe as well. So I spoke about both of these on my outlook this week because they are the kind of coin that when you take your eye off them, they just put in a move like this and just start an uptrend. So you can see these massive yellow lines, which I didn't actually mean to keep on, but hey, we're here. This kind of move, this kind of failure down here, this kind of really strong like ignition candle, could be the start of a new uptrend. I say could be because I don't want to just blindly eat in. I need some form of invalidation, or I need some form of sign of strength in that. It either deviates like this and reclaims, and then we take the trade, because actually what it said is it's come back, basically retested this level, and completely rejected it, strong bounce, and I'd try and get in if I was scalping, well, if I was here and I was playing rotations, I saw that strength, I'd try and get in there, and basically have my play like this, the invalidation is the low, whatever that may be, and then adding on the way up so that my average position is kind of just above here, and my invalidation is down here, and what you're looking for is that market structure change, and actually here's your first kind of take profit target. Here's another one. If you actually get up to here, then this previous range, I would probably add to it and look for a range, just a standard kind of range play. Now that would probably be after like something like this. Sorry, something like not that aggressive, something like that. That would be great, where you get that kind of test of this. Well, it's not really a level, but kind of this space here. And actually a firm rejection and just confirmation of strength. Because when these coins start moving, right, they move fucking hard. So there's a lot of noise around Pepe. But what I was going to say, there's probably signs of weakness from a low time frame, a rotational basis. And that's not, that little div isn't sort of suggesting, and this is where kind of, I guess, experience and feel for the market comes in. Now, I'm not suggesting that this is going to just do this now and it's going to go to fucking zero because there's a 15-minute div there, but there is a 15-minute div there. We have got, kind of extreme volume up here, and actually it's kind of like, well, it's probably going to pull back, and this level isn't perfect. Let's not, pay too much attention to that exact level. But if it pulls back, consolidates a little bit, then you're looking for long next leg. Massive invalidation under there if you really want to. If you want to sort of try and swing it, but I'd just manage my entry quite aggressively. So that's what I tend to do. Richard Hurst has subscribed as tier 1. They have subscribed for 2 months. What a legend. I'm going to do some form of blepe in the chat. Legend. Thank you, my friend. Can you please quickly explain rotations for an idiot like me who eats wasps? I remember you, my friend. You asked me last week about eating wasps. Is this just each move from bottom to top? Correct. So the way that I view the market, and there's a good video of mine on YouTube, if I don't say so myself about it, is, the market goes up, the market goes down, and in between, there can be ranging, it can do basically fuck all, but traders can't make money in that space, right? You might trade that, and you might, pay some tuition fees in terms of like fees and all that kind of stuff, and more importantly, your time and your boredom. But principally, the market goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, and that's what we're trying to trade, right? So all I mean by a rotation is altcoins do this, and then altcoins do that. Altcoins do this, then they do that. Sometimes they do that, and then they do that, etc., etc. So the structure of those rotations can change, the length of those rotations can change, the returns of those rotations can change, and the time it takes to go through all of them, and the ranging in between them can change. But that's what I mean by a rotation. And what I'm looking at now, for example, like let's say I'm trading this low time frame, is I've seen a nice decent sell-off. I'm trying to wire up what I want to get in on. Obviously I don't have this forward-looking data that tells me that this was the Pico bottom, so you kind of ignore that. But I can see as I'm going through it that there's something that's absolutely belting out compared to anything else. And then when I look at it, that SHIB, I can see it up here as well, it's just not coloured. And actually, if I'd have long SHIB way back here, I would be... Where is it? Yeah, 2%. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not a bad part of a rotation. Obviously, when this ends, and when we get a move the other way, we'll then find kind of another bottom at some point. It might be here, it might be 50% lower, who knows. This might be May the 19th, 2021. But yeah, it's that process of oscillation. And how high or low these are, doesn't really matter. But that's what I mean by a rotation, so I hope Hope that makes sense. Is a boomer video like you who needs an update with new tips and tricks and compliments? Yeah, maybe. Maybe what I do is when I get to 100,000 followers and I'm getting paid 10 grand a month from X or Twitter, I drop that. New video, a like, subscribe, a comment, and all that kind of jazz. Straight to infinity. But yeah, Sol. I talked about Sol actually again. And no, rip. That's funny because that's not where my stop actually is. I'm still in that position. Oh well. Is it a Binance Bybit thing? I don't know, or is it just a Charlie typing numbers wrong thing? Who knows? Who knows? But yes, I am still in that position. I mean, I took this position largely because of this move here. At the time, it was actually looking like it was going to break up, and the reason it was looking like it is because this was quite a strong move. It was Sunday morning, and I'm just gonna excuse me one moment. Time to leave Charlie's stream and watch Valorant Champions, you rude bastard. Valorant Champions. I can just load up Valorant if you want to see Valorant Champions. Yeah, I'm still in that position. It's obviously in my other account. So hence why I'm not like super actively conscious of it. But yeah. We're up like 1%, yay. I just had to check, so I was like, well, I'm sure when I logged in I'm still fucking in it. But anyway. Yeah, thought process behind Sol was that obviously it had a really strong run up, a really strong sell off, and it's actually been consolidating at a pretty reasonable level that I thought it was going to break, and that pretty reasonable level is this daily level here. So form a support, sell off, it blasts through, resistance, flip here, resistance, deviation, resistance, support, and then resistance here, and then actually I thought that was going to be the start of the run. No, you can see all my little doodles. Again, trading view, really need to do the wipe clean button, which sounds like some sort of collaboration with Pornhub, but it's not, I can assure you. It's literally just get rid of these brushes, these brush marks. Yeah, I think Sol looks alright. I mean, I'm not like targeting anything super ambitious, right? It's literally just a it was a I think this range is going to break based on the fact that it's got good momentum going into it, and I think that you can reasonably target like this high as target 1 and up here somewhere as target 2. Charlie, watch by what the Valorant Champions. Like I said, mate, I'll just load up Valorant. You can watch a legend. How probable is the fact that there won't be another bull run, or at least not the next cycle? Ooh, Ignis Kunda, my friend. How am I going to get to 100,000 followers if I just don't tweet bullish bullshit all the time? And that's the real question. Tweet bearish bullshit? Yeah, I could just capo it, to be fair. That might be a strategy. It's an odd one, because I've got really... Love my tweets. Thanks. I think there's a whole load of things. So, one, it's a bull market somewhere in crypto, almost all the time. Right? Almost all the time. There is something that's appreciating in value in crypto. So when people sit there and tell me there's never going to be another bull run, I tell them to fuck off, because I think it's a dumb take, and I think it's absolutely naive to think that people cannot make money out of this market. However, when people say they are 100% going to make it and we're all going to be billionaires because, oh look, we've had these 3 cycles, and what they start doing is the classic extrapolation of, well, Bitcoin did this in 2017, it did this in 2021, it did this in 2013, blah blah blah. I equally take a little bit of sadness with that, and a little bit of yeah, I just think that that's a load of horseshit as well. And let me kind of try and explain my rationale. So we've got total crypto market cap, right? And this obviously doesn't include a lot of on-chain things, which I'm fully aware of. And, it doesn't include, it probably over includes basically dead dog shit. So yeah, I just want you to look at those numbers just for a second. And just tell me what my point is going to be. Anyone care to guess? Am I the best follower of yours getting ignored? Sorry, mate. No, it's just quite hard to stream and read all the chat. I am male. I'm not, multitasking isn't one of my strengths. Mini bull run. Diminishing returns, born. You nailed it. You can tell you are in the Paragon group, my friend. That's the badger. Not equal future stuff. But diminishing returns, yes, musician, my friend. Yeah, and like that's it. Is that like there's a couple of things. One is diminishing returns, right? The earlier you are, and the same applies to altcoins and shitcoins in a general degree, right? If you're early, your risk reward looks very different than if you're late, which actually kind of goes back to the Rollbit chart that we were talking about earlier, in that if you are buying in at 10 million market cap and you can see the revenue it does, you can see the future projections, blah blah blah, like you're probably more willing to let it go to zero. If you're buying in at 700 million market cap, which is where it's at now, that's quite substantial. And I'm not saying that market cap is the be all and end all and all that kind of stuff. Anything can go insane. Dentacoin was 50 billion, yada yada yada. But my point is that if you're not in the right place at the right time, what you're relying on is the strength of the market and the standard return of the market to carry you, right? And the standard return of the market, even if it goes back to these all-time highs, isn't great. And that's assuming that you bought in January or October, December time, right? And yes, there are outliers. Yes, there are things like hashtag Bitcoin that go absolutely bananas. Harry Potter, Sonic Obama, whatever the fuck it is, right? So there are always outliers. It's always a bull market somewhere. But the notion of Dave the Rave knocking up with his $1,000, slinging it into any shitcoin, and pulling, a 60x minimum, I just don't see it. And not only is it diminishing returns, but every single day there is over 200 coins launched on Ethereum. How many on BSC? How many on Arbitrum? How many NFTs are launching? The dilution in this space is absolutely wild. It's in an attention-deprived economy where actually most people cannot focus for more than 15 seconds. I'm not sure how half of these coins even get off the ground. So I don't want to be super bearish, because I'm not, but I don't want to be super bullish, because I'm not. I also think that, not to be a macro LARPor, but there is something around, mortgages going up in the next 3 to 6 months for a lot of people, as essentially the renewals roll off and people are forced to renew, I think generally there's probably going to be a poorer time for people coming ahead in the next 3, 6, 12 months, etc., as people adjust to those kind of things. And, you know, I don't think it's going to be as easy as 2021 at all. I think 2017 was harder, but I also think that there is human greed, and when people go into a frenzy and a mania, that greed can become so powerful that, you know, people will not sell shitcoins. People will hold on like they are the future of all currency and all wealth on the planet, and we will get some ridiculous moves. And I think they will come at different points, and I think that this market is going to have them kind of in perpetuity until, I don't know, either quantum computers send it to zero, or it gets made illegal in every country in the world to even interact with non-government issued digital tokens or currencies. Who knows? But yeah, I think my point being, I think there will be another bull run. I certainly hope so for my own personal selfishness. I think it will be a lot more concentrated. I still think you will need to know what you are doing. I don't think you will just be, you'll rock up with, like I say, $1,000 and come out a millionaire. That you will hear a couple of stories of people doing that, but it will be few and far between. So I don't know, have I shitted on people's parades, or why are my emotes so ass? I come back and that's all I see. My poly is only half duration. Why are my emotes so ass? 99% stuff just ain't it. It's mind-blowing how people still seriously discuss how Doge is gonna gigapump. Yeah, I know, that's it. It's like, even if Elon like integrates Doge fully with Twitter and X, it's probably gonna 2x at best. Not even new scam Doge superconductor layer 3 coming. I know. Better to watch Spaghetti? Yeah. I think so. So there's always a bull market, not a pulse chain. No. Why is Max giving it with the tiresome emojis? Fucking hell. We pump the shit while normies can't buy because of higher mortgages. Let's go. They're making FOMO in the top. Yeah, let's go. Oh, why are you putting Magus hashtags in here? 10-second time frame. We're all done. Where can I buy your memes? Or where you buy your memes? I don't buy them. I spend a lot of my life looking for memes, just for all of you wonderful people. So when you stick a like on that and give me a dopamine hit, that's what I live for. Steal them? They are our memes, comrade. That's the meme goes. Got some memes to sell. Borrow. I spread the joy. I spread the joy, that's what I do. I'm trying to think of the word, kind of like, I'm like a megaphone for memes. I see memes and I just broadcast it to a wider audience. I'm like a memophone, like a megaphone, but for memes. It's a cult, you know. Long time fan for the last 5 minutes, Charlie. Thanks, Greg. 86. That's fucking great. I have a folder on my PC named Charlie's Memes. Legend. Pinned by Lewin. Yeah, that's great. I fucking love that. Evening, Kaz is not here, my friend. Good evening. So yeah, that's my thought on market in general, just in terms of like next bull run and all that kind of stuff. But I do think that there will be a period where greed oscillates much higher. So I don't like the Fear and Greed Index because it's just a... Ooh. It's trying to shill me into something. Let's get rid of that shit, shall we? More adverts? Fucking hell. Maybe I use my Twitter money to pay for YouTube Premium. The fucking irony of it, eh? How much you made from CT engagement farm so far? You got 1,200 followers with my meme? What? Which one? Give them to me. I need 1,200 followers. We'll get a true bull market when Psychopath Trainer Ninja gets sent to a mental institution. Oh, I like Ninja Man. He's a nice guy. I've just seen in the group the someone Equinox is just like, oh look, my favourite streamers on Tarek, Valorant, rip. They could just get bodied all the time. But yeah, my point being that we'll see that greed oscillate a lot more. So like Fear and Greed Index does this, right? So like maximum fear, point of maximum opportunity, maximum greed, you know, point of maximum risk, and you know, this is where you buy, this is where you sell. That's all wonderful in practical terms. Oh, sorry, it's all wonderful in theoretical terms, but in practical terms, it's really hard to gauge because that is kind of different for everybody. So when I was super early on NFTs, you know, I was like, wow, I've just flipped this NFT for like 5x what I bought it. Fuck me, this is good. You know, I've just made like $10,000 off this. Nice. And this is great. But actually those NFTs went on to be worth like $500,000 each. And you're like, ooh, fuck, I was a bit early, wasn't I? Because, you know, we're actually here in the cycle, whereas I was feeling like we're up here. You know, had a load of stuff that was up like multiples while everyone else was whinging about how difficult the market was. So, you know, it can be quite personal. But I mean, if you're telling me that this is a full greedy market, as opposed to some of these moves here, you know, where it's just vertical, no, I would have to disagree with you, unfortunately. But appreciating the fact that, you know, there's a lot of old shit in this crypto total market cap and not a load of new shit. So if you had things like Harry Potter's Obama Sonic in you, maybe it looks a little bit more like this. Who knows? Would be interested to see that if anyone actually can, you know, visualize it. But yeah, that's my thought process. I think there's always opportunity. I mean, I threw a couple of grand in some shitcoin a couple of weeks, months ago now. It was the end of April. And I've now seen it, completely forgot about it, seen it shield on Twitter a bit, and it's up like 50x. It's like, oh, alright, I better find that wallet. So yeah, on-chain stuff is absolutely popping. Use Brave. All the good memes are gold. Keep them going. Yeah, cheers. I think so. I mean, I genuinely like saying good morning to people. I think, a boy with a little story. I went over to the States when I was about 11 years old and went to Disney World, and it was amazing. You know, I could not get over that when I went into a shop or a restaurant, they would say, "Have a nice day." And I'd be like, what? What the, like, what? And by the end of the trip, I loved it. I was like, this is great. These people are so positive. They're so happy. What's going on? It was because I don't think customer service existed in England in the 1990s at all. But yeah, I love it. Good morning. It's just good vibes. It's just nice. Yeah, to use the word the kids use, vibes. But yeah, I think it's a nice way of starting your day, and it's really nice when people sort of just say it back. And I've got a guy who, where are we up to? Where are we up to? He's a legend. We are up to... Quite a few DMs. Good morning, day 94. What a Chad. What a Chad. He said good morning to me 94 days in a row. Absolute legend. You know, my notifications are slightly popping off. I don't know what's happened, but we'll ignore Twitter. Left in Colombia. People always say good day and hello. Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's like, it's just really nice. We like the good morning. Yeah. My top 5 altcoins to buy for short term. I don't like doing stuff like that because you kind of go through a process of like trading. Are you trading or are you buying to hold? Are you trying to buy some high risk, low cap plays that, you know, they're at 100, 200, 300k market cap maybe? Yeah, this is really squeaky, isn't it? I might have to get the WD-40 out on this. That is bad. You know, so it's kind of difficult. Like, if you're saying what altcoins would I be looking at longing, it's kind of the ones that we talked about, really. It's stuff that's in play and having rotations. Obviously, I'm not going to try to like top long it now in terms of like SHIB or Pepe. OP isn't really showing strength, but maybe this is the rotation for OP. You know, bearing in mind that I'm in position from here and I'm using it as exit liquidity on a coin that's probably got hundreds of million daily volume. So, you know, Zach XBT me on that or whatever. But it's just, it's not looking particularly great in terms of the thought process was it's in an uptrend, and now it kind of looks like ETH, you know, it's had that attempt to break out and it's kind of failing. You know, if I wasn't in this play here, I'd almost want it to reclaim. I'd rather literally top long it than try and join here. But I'm gonna let this play out and see what happens. It's really stuff on this list, less XRP, Mask I've talked about before, which is my dumbest trade of the year, which is this. It is really just the thought process that market structure is good. I think Twitter are going to buy it, which is the most ridiculous trade theory, just FYI. So, you know, it's a pure my balls are tingling and telling me that this is going to happen. It probably won't, 99% chance it will not, but I kind of have to just take it because one, it's been a good year so far for me, and I can afford whatever this number is to me. Might be $100, might be $1,000, might be $100,000, you don't know, you never will, unless you're HMRC, and then you might find out. But yeah, that's like my dumb trade, and trade I kind of have to take. BCH, similarly, not particularly interested. Like, again, got a nice level reclaim here actually, and I know I had a nice rotation today, but just not kind of extreme enough. And it is a proxy to BTC. I don't know what the BTC chart looks like. I could load it, but I can't be asked. I don't really do BTC pairings, so really, it's just the ones we've talked about. You'll see how he had its time in the sun. It was fun to scalp down here and do some intraday plays. I said 0.666, which was kind of my line in the sand, and I was trading it like I was led in bed. Actually, so to everyone who was telling me about memes, I was led in bed down here. Where's the old rectangle? Come on, Charlie, you can do it. You can find the rectangle. What the fuck is wrong with me? Fib tool? Nah. There we go. Jesus. That's embarrassing, isn't it? Yeah, so I was led in bed down here, awake on my phone, going through Facebook and various other social media sites, instead of waking up and longing some XRP. Now, I never would have longed this, as you well know. I don't try and long bottoms very often. I will occasionally try and level it, but it's pretty rare. I would rather get in on like up here, strong move up, strong move out of this. Yeah, and it was obviously news driven. Yeah, I was sat in bed collecting memes for all of your delight and delectation, and I ended up longing it in here somewhere and riding it up, and then scalping it a bit later on, and that target was hit, but yeah. Tomo Bean pretty much up only, now starting to lose momentum, and last time Tomo did this, obviously it kind of just fully retraced it, and over here it just retraces it all in one candle. It's an absolute bastard to short. If you are on the short side of that, I would wonder. Oh yeah, look. I'm gonna get the retard reply guys telling me that I could have had 14% extra. RLB really is going for it. It's nice when you run into older folks outside and they say something like, wish you a great day. Yeah, it is. If you want Arbitrum, no unlock till next year. I'm not a massive fan of, like... I was going to say I've got Arb on my list somewhere, I'm sure. Maybe not. Maybe not. Well, it's pretty clean from a charting perspective. But I'm not a massive fan. I was when it was in play, but... Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm just... You know, maybe it comes back into play, maybe there's some beta somewhere, but... Yeah. I am going to post a P&L screenshot just to prove that I'm fucking still on that, by the way. So I don't want to think I'm a laughing twat. Time to get some sleep. Thanks for the stream. You are welcome, my friend. You are welcome for the answer. COES D2. The Sarkis tweeted step in on OP since then we are down. Think he's using his exit liquidity? I don't know, man. Like people judge Hasaka so fucking harshly. But the big thing about all of this stuff is if people don't like it, don't follow him. Like, and don't trade off his tweets, maybe. It's the same as the there was that sniper bot, wasn't there, that was copying someone's trades, and they just went, all right, well fuck this, I'm gonna bid 50 ETH on all these on my own NFTs on a different wallet, and the bot can take them, and I'll just fucking go accept them all, and he just drained them for like 800k. I'm like, oh, that is absolutely genius, and it's one of those things that happens in crypto like all the time, but it's fascinating to me. And then it's like, we'll offer you a 10% bounty. It's like, nah, mate, fuck off. Like, you're trying to snipe me and trying to make it difficult for me to trade, and you fucked up. Like, that's what happens when you play with fire. And if anyone's going to blame anyone else for their own trading mistakes, you know, it's quite different when it's something like Luna. I completely get that. You invest it, you've read the decks, you've read the white papers, you know, everyone's telling you they're safe, and it's steady lads deploying more capital, like don't worry, nothing to worry about, and you get rugged. That's completely different, right? Completely different. Because you are getting brutally abused, lied to, and you know, all of that kind of wonderful stuff. Whereas if you are just copying someone else's trades and it goes to shit, you've really only got yourself to blame. Or even if you're trying to make money off their you know, trading strategies by copying them with a bot. Charlie, I'll be having a better night than I am. I just sold 1358 added. Huge loss. My wife's furious, but I'd liquidated my 11-year-old daughter's college savings to go all in. She just asked me to drop her. What? I hope that's like a pasta, mate. Jeez. They say Hasaka is CZ's ult. Yeah, quite possibly. Squeaky chair, let's go. Let me know once you're here the ring doesn't work. What? The NFT trade was amazing. Which one, my friend? The best NFT trade was a 100,000 plus X. Can you give a shot at your CSPR, Charlie? Would be lovely. CSPR? Yeah? Am I missing? Am I being redacted, boys and girls? $1358 is like $400. I haven't looked at or shit on Adder for a long time. Wow, future of France, boys and girls and days. Woo! Just remember that most altcoins do this, right? Like, they have their cycle, and then they die off. And yes, they might have some wonderful moves, but, you know, I did a tweet the other day about CRV, which, you know, if you look at even earlier on the stream, that's what we were talking about there. That was what I was trading. That was the huge sell-off and the huge pump. Like, fucking hell. But yeah, I get that we should probably be looking at it, you know, on a logarithmic basis, but, you know, respect the pump. Casper Network, mate. CSPR. It's quite hard with coins like this because they've clearly been around for a little while. Yeah, kind of see a couple of pivot points in it, which we are holding above from a market structure perspective. It's not too bad, but I just don't like anything that's massively like wiki. Like, it's hard to chart anything that has like a, you know, a 10% range in a single candle quite consistently. Do you know what I mean? Like 7%, 6. Do you know what I mean? If I put like percent, there's probably an indicator that does it somewhere. If you put like a percentage return on these candles, they're probably going to be quite a lot. So absolute chop fest. You know, this is kind of something that I wouldn't be wanting to trade, but if the tech was good and the team was good, or it was part of some strong narrative, then, you know, I could be tempted to do something like this and be like, well, you know, I think it can at least get to there, maybe to kind of these highs, and play like a swing play. But yeah, I couldn't trade that. Gunter ETF approval or rejection? Nay, M12345 with the real question. Anyone answering? And ETH ETF before BTC ETF. Woo! Wolf tweeting Sol. Pump my bags. Let's go! What to offer? Promotion. No, thank you, Flabbergast. Will I mute that? Maybe Leah, if you can get rid of that. Asaka can't make a trade without shilling his bags. The scammers on here too. Cheers, Leah. Absolute chat. There's scammers everywhere, mate. In fact, it is my stream and I'm scamming you right now. Oh, we just retarded. Perfect. What else we gotta go over? We gotta do meme stuff, so I will leave charting and all that in 5 minutes, and we'll go over some memes. I haven't actually pre-picked any either, so we'll just do them together. So your participation in this is encouraged and actively encouraged. Oh my god! Oh no! So yeah, RLB, the new BNB. I wonder how much abuse I'm going to get for missing at 20% whilst being up. I don't know. I don't know what my average is actually. I don't know what my average is, but it's multiple X's. I think it's averaged at about 6, 7x. Maybe more. Not very good for an accountant, is it? OP. We've gone over OP, my friend. Coin. Oh look, I've drawn a line on it, and it's magically bouncing from that meme line. Perfect. In all fairness, that's not that bad. I think that might have been what the Wolf was tweeting about Baldy Brian earlier. Would have to be a bit more ambitious, but yeah, nice pullback, to be fair. I was quite jealous of people who were longing coin all the way up. And it was quite a nice run. Velo. I can't. No. Right, I think we're going to end the shitcoin charting there. So to kind of go over things, just in summary, I still think OP could be on the table. We need to see a little bit of strength sometime soon. This is basically last stand for me. And if I wasn't in a position, I'd be literally looking for like a reclaim of this high here at like 175. And I'd be looking to long on that basis. And I would probably, if it was a strong rotation on Spaghetti, enter like that. In terms of YGG, that's an interesting little move, but I think it was quite obvious through our little discussions earlier that, you know, it fell out of flavor quite quickly, which in my opinion is why Spaghetti is so strong. I'm still looking at SHIB, still looking at Sol, because I'm in Sol. I will post the position later just to prove it, I'm not LARPing. And Pepe as well. I think Pepe has probably had that move. Maybe that's all we get on Pepe in terms of a pullback. Maybe not. But yeah, they are very much in play at this moment in time, so that's what I would be looking at. In terms of BTC then, we talked about essentially reclaiming this range up here, and closing inside of that would be fairly bullish. Short term, you could play it to range highs or play it as a higher time frame, you know, market structure play, which is actually an accelerative move in terms of the uptrend that we are in. So that depends on your personal risk appetite and bias, but we are reclaiming a range low if it closes like this, and, you know, play to range high number 1, play for continuation number 2. You know, I don't think it's unreasonable. If you see any form of like divergences or anything, I could be tempted, but I would rather actually see this and short under here if there is quite, if there's no consolidation, there's quite a weak move that gets rejected, then I could be tempted to take that. But if there's a lot of consolidation and a like weak sell-off, then I'd probably look at longing that. Does that make sense? So there is a time-based element to my trading thought process, because time also gives you an indication of strength, in my opinion. So that's kind of it for this stuff. Was that Brian? I thought it was Novograd's. Oh yeah, it was. yeah, maybe. I'm just making up bullshit because someone talks about Osaka. Nasdaq and BTC is moving, bruv. I know. Where are we? Yeah, look. Lovely. So, right. Memes. Let's go. 28,000 views. Let's go. That's at least like 4 cents. Oh my god. I tagged Adam in that one because, yeah, that's bad. Researching out to the bear market. That's alright. I mean, has anyone been through these, by the way? Fucking hell. Oh no. Oh my days. Can I get banned for Twitch for doing this, by the way? We are pulling out the memes. Oh, am I the only one? Am I the only one that thinks that's fucking awful, but mildly hilarious? I'm going to hell, aren't I? Holy shit. You get to see what a kind of bad person I am now. So you think I'm just sat there like, oh, cute memes. Spawn camping. Easy win. Ah, no, I don't really get those. You'll sound more vulnerable, you'll like it. Those kids could read, they'd be very upset. I generally like that meme. I don't really get it. Playing both sides, so I always come out on top. Yeah. Identifying if I would. Yeah, I would. But I'm not, no, I can't do that. I've been tricked. The mycological urge to, no. You let yourself have a good time. Nice. Oh mate, I'm reading all that. They found the sex tape? Oh my god. Yeah, that's pretty much every trade ever. Jim, I'm going to hell. Life is unfair. I've seen that one. The thing is, I've seen a lot of these. There is no second best. Yeah. It literally be the luckiest day of your life. You'll never know. Start gambling. I like that, but that's not a meme. That's a trading strategy right there. That's a trading strategy. Anyone else think that? I like that purely because that's like my chair. I'm laughing too much at that. Good morning. What have we got? Buys a coin. Oh yeah, that's me. That's not a meme. That's again, that's a trading strategy. You must disarm the innocent and slaughter the unborn. Yeah. And you hit her ass. Oh. And then she says she don't suck dick. Oh no. Good lord. Any treasure is Juanwick. Oh, I like that. Oh my days. Nope. That's bad. Such a dumb animal. You draw lines on charts all day and lose money. That is great. Yeah, I like that. That's very good. That's probably my favourite so far. I've got to admit. That's not super dark that I'm not going to get banned from Twitter for. I'm going to just open that in a new tab. Touch of God, 3 types of girls. Yeah, that's true. You're fired, your unemployment is hereby terminated. You're jobbant, proud and promoted to customer. Yeah, true. Fight my main. So Wendy's. Alright, go watch this. I don't get it. I'll just be happy, stop trading. Yeah, I saw that the other day. Can't tweet it. No. Yeah, I've seen that. See, that would probably appeal to me if I was like a weightlifter of some description. The Olives one's good. Spaniard's a dude. Oh, is it? No way. Is it? Is it? I mean... Is it? Nah, I probably would have been fooled. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, what are these memes? Oh my god. Who shit my pants? Smart contracts on Cardano. Is that the guy who joined the chat earlier, do you reckon? Oh my god. No. Oh my god, some of these are so savage. Fucking hell. Oh dear. Rug pull. It's literally not though. This tweeting is shitposting. Beer frozen, burnt my food and a girlfriend pregnant. You just can't pull anything out in time, can you? Holy shit. Oh, that's epic. Badass dad. You're a B, I'm a B. Depression. seen that before. She laughs at his jokes, she'll moan to his strokes. Maybe. That's why the bitches love my memes. And they're your kids. See too much bullshit. Lovely. I don't know what he's actually saying. I hope he's not going to get me banned from Twitch, but... It's not really... I mean, it's a useful meme, but it's not like a handy one. Oh, Richard, I see your humor is as dark as mine. I'm losing streamers. Losing streamers? Losing viewers by the second, but this is a stream. We need Twitter dark mode. Oh, is it burning your eyes? Is that why I've got no subs?
One kiss is all it takes.
I like that.
Me far for my idiot sons.
That's probably about right, sadly. No. I'm not down for MILFs. That's it. Let's the house back up. 5 big 100 pumps, I have no idea, but it was... Oh god. But that's like a... I laugh because it's a pun. But obviously don't laugh at what he did. Right, so I think genuinely there's probably 2 that stood out for me. I don't know, you guys give me some feedback. I think the that made me laugh probably more than it should. I'm not gonna lie. And that one. I quite like this one, but I think it has to be a choice of this one or this one. This pump has the characteristics of Sailor getting on the buy button. You like the Badass Dad one? Yeah. I think that's pretty great. Are we going to give it to Badass Dad? I like his name as well, to be fair. I think Badass Dad kind of... King Bob. King Bob sounds like he's made it. Badass Dad, however. I think he has. I think he's a Badass Dad. Badass Dad 80. So I'm assuming that he's 43 years old. Should we have a Badass Dad chat? Stream. How do I do a vote? Yes, Richard Hurst is saying yes. I'll give him a DM then. That's a 1 out of 1 vote. Cool. Right. Well, that's the epic saga of my stream concluded for the week of the 8th of August 2023. We will close up there, unless anyone has any final musings or thoughts that they wish to ponder in the chat. Still chuckling. Yeah, I've got a friend who we just literally send memes to each other. We're not like, hey, how are you, man? We just go, meme, meme, meme. I mean, I enjoyed that, even if my view count went down by 50%. But yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for the support and the love. Particularly those who are giving me the dopamine of liking and retweeting all my stuff. I notice you are. It's very kind. Ta-ta for now. And thank you all. It's been an absolute pleasure. Ooh, squeaky voice. And I will see you probably at the same time, or maybe not the same time. Maybe a little bit of a different time next week. But, yes, we'll see you next week. Like and subscribe and do all that stuff if you want to join in. And, yeah. See that very confident shill right there? Lovely. Good night.
He's BTC Charlie with his linguini charting. He loses sometimes, but hardly. He's BTC Charlie. But now he's GBP Charlie. It doesn't matter what he's charting. His trading is tough, but it's not all that bad with Charlie. He's got memes in the morning and more in the evening. It's Charlie. And when trading gets hard and support starts to lean, search Charlie.